Every year, hundreds of thousands of ex-offenders are being released into communities in America. The staggering fact is that within 3 years, 2 out of 3 will be arrested again. In a country where we believe in second chances, in a country where we don't honor that, it's really a travesty.
But it's not about the numbers. It's just tough when people come home and they have no place to go, they have no one waiting for them, they have no one.
More than 90% of inmates come home. They come back to their communities. They come back to live next door, to me, to you. They're always coming home.
Well, an amazing thing happened in 2002. We get a call from the White House, and they were inquiring about a program we had in Jacksonville, Florida. We were hiring folks in the urban core area in a housing program. Little did we know that 80% were ex-offenders, and they weren't going back into the system again. The key was that folks needed that second chance. And when we worked and advocated on their behalf, employers warmed up and started hiring them. And then we realized now we have our work cut out for us.
And that's where we came in. We come in and we make that difference. We have them come to believe in something and somebody caring enough about them to want to assist them in changing their lives. It's not just me. It's me and 4 or 5 other case managers who do the same thing. The one-on-one assessment is the biggie. It's getting to know who in the heck they are. It's digging into their stuff. You gotta dig deep, because if you don't dig deep enough, you're only scratching the surface. And it will not mean a change that's gonna last a year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you don't dig enough and get rid of all that stuff. They have to feel that they are special to you. And that's what makes case management here so different. They're only with me an hour or 2 during the first day or so. And then after that, they're with Brian from 8:30 till 3 the rest of the day. And he is talking to the whole group about life skill.
All right, so again, how can we address the situation with change? Because we're going to get to a point where in the workplace, we're working with somebody that has a personality type that may conflict with ours, or may just be a type of person that we aren't used to dealing with.
So once I get them, I start to work with all of the intricacies of what their past brings along with them. They sometimes have to deal with issues of lack of trust because of the relationships of their past, lack of focus, lack of motivation, a whole lot of different things that they deal with as far as being a member of society. Well, the first thing that we always notice when they come in is it's about a job. To them, it's about a job. I need a job, I need work. And in a lot of cases, it's more to that and they're not aware of it. It's a lot of things as far as the wheel of life that we want to make sure is all complete and whole. And once that wheel is complete, the ride is smooth.
Oh, I enjoy coming to class. I wake up enjoying coming here because I know that every day is a challenge for me, because I really want to stay on the right road and do the right thing.
Most of the people here come from a lot of the same background, you know, a lot of the case managers and stuff, and they share it with you. They don't try to cover it up or fluffy stuff anything. Sometimes it can just be a little smile that you need that day that'll remind you, and other days they can give you the hardcore talk that, you know, keep your chin up and keep going. And it's, again, that hope and a future. They're handing it to you. All you have to do is work for it.
The people that work here are non-judgmental, which I appreciate. They talk to me like, you know, we're on the same level. They're preparing. It's a preparation process. From where I was to now, it's like gradually I'm climbing. And they're making sure that my steps that I'm making the right ones for the right choice.
It's like they got my back, you know. And see, when you're trying to do things on your own, it's longer and harder. Tomorrow's not promised to no one. Everybody is given an opportunity. It's up to us if we take the opportunity.
Once they enroll in our program, regardless of if it takes a month for them to get a job or if it takes a week for them to get a job, they're still a part of our program for an entire year.
And what we learned was this can't be a social program. When you're talking to employers, it's got to make great business sense.
So once they come and they're cleared from the class, they meet with me for a work readiness skill assessment. When I send them to employment, I'm very confident at that point because number one, they've been through the classes, they've gotten the life skills, they've tested negative for drugs, I've identified behaviors with the case manager, they've completed whatever assessments, whatever resources they need. So when I'm developing a placement plan for this person, I have all of that information and we can make a successful placement. I do get to know my companies, their culture, their environment, which temperaments work best in those, in their company and what they feel. And by having a relationship long term, I'm able to make a stronger placement because I have all of that information in mind.
When you have employers willing to come to you saying, I want you to select and send the folks to us, we know your system works, we trust in it, send them to us. And that's what's happening, and employers are talking to each other, and that's what's created the enthusiasm and why we're hiring so many people.
These guys are motivated because they understand completely that they have been given a second chance. They've been given an opportunity to get it right.
So there is a different level of enthusiasm that I see in candidates that do not have the same kind of background. These individuals are working hard because they know that it's part of their future.
Our entire business is built on delivering our clients a quality product. We can't cut slack for anybody, and we wouldn't. The reality is that the individuals that have come here through your program have delivered a higher quality to our production lines than many of those that we hired through our normal screening process. I think what we've found is that there's a real desire to prove themselves, that they have a high standard to live up to, and they want to prove that they're capable of doing that they're not defined by their past, and that instead they're looking to their future and saying, hey, this is where it starts. This is where my new beginning is.
I wish we had openings today. I would go to Ready4Work before I would go to a standard employment agency. And I say that because, number one, I believe in the programs. But by the time they come to me, they're so well vetted, I don't have any concerns. Whatever concerns I had in the beginning, gone. These guys are ready for work.
What we came to understand was that we can no longer just sit back on a program that we know that works. When we got folks all over America that are looking for a solution, and we have it. It's called hope, and folks need hope again. And what is hope? It's a new job. It's getting your family back together again. It's being a productive citizen in a country where folks were ready to write you off. And folks, we know this is a solution for one of America's great tragedies.
I believe that this program can be replicated in any community in America. You just have to put the right people together, be committed, have passion to help your fellow man. And if you have that passion, this program can be replicated and be a success wherever it's implemented.
One of my favorite things that I love to ask the participants is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And believe it or not, by the time they leave here, they know what they want to do. They know what they expect to become. And that is just an awesome thing to watch.
We wrap our hands around every individual that walks through the door. We give them hope. We give them direction. We give them a guide to successful reentry. There's no other program in America that does it as comprehensively as Ready4Work in Jacksonville.
For more information about how you can help your community achieve dramatic success in helping ex-offenders change their lives, contact our Ready4Work home office in Jacksonville, Florida.